guys, welcome to another tarot reading. As discussed already, our topic for today is how have you integrated your shadow and light aspects. Those of you who are not very sure what shadow aspects are, I have discussed it earlier as well. But to just give you a crux of it, shadow side of us is anything that we have repressed because either we were taught that this is not good or it's wrong or it does not conform with the society till norms, right? And so we learn to suppress it. It's not that it is eliminated from a system, from a psyche. It's just that it's there, just deep into the recesses of our minds, right? Why shadow side is important, or why is it necessary that we do not run away or from this side of us, rather learn to accept it, learn to live with it, right? This is because our shadow plays a very important role. It's like, you know, um, we are not very conscious about our life, in the sense that, for example, if you see someone behaving a certain manner and it triggers you, right? You are not aware that that triggering is actually triggering your shadow, in the sense that you are doing the same thing but you're not aware of it. But when you see the other person doing it, you get triggered, right? So sometimes, just for example, I have taken this example even before. If you see a very open hearted person, and they're able to express their emotions, their feelings very easily, and they're very positive regarding life, sometimes, and it triggers you, that person triggers you, that how are they able to do it so openly? It's because you have repressed your side, that expression within yourself, right? Perhaps you were also such kind of a person at one time, but due to certain experiences in our life, you trained yourself to be, more walled up, more reserved. And when every time when you see a person who is more jolly or expressive about the emotion without fearing the world out there, it triggers you because you wish to be the same, but you don't have the guts or the courage like that person has. Instead of healing your side, healing your shadow and working on it, it's easier to judge other people. It is said that judgment does not need thinking, but understanding does, right? Understanding needs efforts, understanding needs something more, right? Intelligence, a sense of intelligence, not a bookish intelligence, not a bookish knowledge, but understanding needs a certain kind of a sensitivity, a certain kind of empathy for the other person, and any kind of, you know be it understanding, empathy, love, respect, whatever we are seeking from the world out there, it starts with us. Or else, someone may love you genuinely, but until you tell yourself that you deserve love, every gesture that comes from the outside would feel fake, would feel as if, there's some double intentions of that person towards you. Maybe they want something from you. That is why they are being so sweet, nurturing, caring, right? Because you have told yourself that you don't deserve love, or if somebody loves me, it's because of some ulterior motives, right? So this is what healing is. This is what shadow side is. Light aspects are what you already are very well aware about yourself, that this is my nature, this is my quality, I'm good at. I know that my communications are strong. I know that I'm good at a certain subject, I'm good in socializing, for example. So light aspects are something that you're very aware of it, very conscious of it, and use for aware of it, right? Like, maybe, to help other people, or to just make your life a little bit more beautiful and happier. So we are going to see, how you are able to integrate those things, because only when you integrate them, you are able to live a more life which is free, like, living a more freer life, living a more healthier life. And the best way to know what triggers you have, what are your shadow specs, is that it keeps showing up in your relationships, be it with your friends, be it with your parents, be it with your siblings, anyone. Like, relationships of any form, of any kind, is the most perfect example for you to become aware of your shadow. Because, you know, like taking the example of your love life. So what happens is that, you know, you met someone, and, you know, by the relationship till the time it ran its course, you and both the parties face some kind of trigger, some kind of vulnerable situations, where we have to face a shadow, or where we are threatened to face our shadows, insecurities, things that we have so tightly hold on to, or things that we have so tightly, you know, kept secretive for such a long time. But the other person, because they work as a mirror to us, right? Mirror to our conscious and conscious aspects. So that person triggers all these things within us, and sometimes we run away from it. That's why it's better to, you know, run away from the relationship, run away from the person, instead of being mature enough, instead of being more um, gutsy enough. I don't know the right word for it, but instead of, you know, accepting that yes, I'm feeling triggered, because yes, maybe I'm envious, maybe I'm jealous, maybe I'm insecure, or whatever it is, right? And I'm willing to work on it, I'm willing to heal it. So shadow, when you come across any shadow aspect of yours, you realize that yes, for just for example, that possessiveness is within me, right? I don't like sharing my people with other people, or seeing them talking to someone really triggers me. It, because it threatens you that, you know, your place would be replaced by someone else. You know, they would forget you, or you will become less important, or whatever it is, right? So you feel threatened, and a mind is made for survival, right? Or it was taught for that. Even though now the mind does not live in the similar situation, it might have lived 7 years ago, but it has learned those patterns, how to protect itself, how to deal with the environment, no matter how changed the environment has become, because it has trained itself. So it takes time for the mind to rewire and relearn that, you know, this person is different, the environment different. And more than that, you as a person has also grown a lot. You know, you have also, 7 years back maybe you were more or less mature, you didn't know the world the way you know today. Lots of aspects count in. So understanding and accepting that now the 7 year older version of you would be able to handle a similar situation in a very different manner than it used to 7 years back then, right? So sometimes we forget these things, and that is why it said, you know, the patterns keep repeating until you sit with them, until you sit in the discomfort and let them come and realize that this is not you. Okay, I have the shadow, I have the light, but I'm beyond that. I'm not my thoughts. The thoughts do not hold me, I hold thoughts. I give value and importance to these thoughts. So that recognition, that awareness is needed, right? um, I hope this summary gave you a little bit of gist on the shadow and the light aspect, and how you feel triggered in every relationship about the similar things, right? And how can you work with it. If you need to know more about it, you know, there's lots of material on the internet already. But if you still feel like, you know, asking something more specific about it, you can mail me on heal.tarot@gmail.com, or you can also DM me on Instagram at tarot underscore reads 197, right? And if you wish to book a personal reading with me on this topic also, you can do the same, right? Booking details are already given in the description box, kindly see it from there. I would be doing the live shuffling here, and keep with me, be, you know, sit here, watch the video, watch me shuffling and you reading out to you. And if resonates with you, kindly like, share, subscribe and comment below. And if you wish, give a thumbs up, right? So I would be putting up the image on the screen. From there, kindly choose pile 1, pile 2 or pile 3, whichever pile attracts you or suits you the most. And from the description box, kindly see your respective timestamps. And this is a general reading, right? Lots of people are watching it, so it may or may not resonate with you, right? So keeping that in mind, let's start our readings. Hello, pile one. If you chose this reading, first let's see for you. What are your shadow aspect? I will take one card out, right? So first we are going to see what is your shadow aspect, and then we will see what is your light aspect, and then we will see have you integrated these two aspects into your life or not, right? So let's start with your shadow. What is pile one's shadow aspect? Okay. What is pile one's light aspect? Okay. Oh, let's see. Have you integrated the shadow and light aspect? Okay. I want two more cards here. One more. I will take this. I will come to this later. First, see, let's take few more cards from this deck. Pile one's shadow aspect. Okay, I want one card here, please. Okay, let's see what is your light aspect. Okay, let's see. Has pile one integrated the shadow and light aspects? Okay, great. So first, let's see your shadow aspect. We have the Temperance of Sadness card. So your shadow aspect pile one is that you might go through a lots of mood swings, right? And you might have this tendency to always, even though mood swings means sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad. You might have this tendency to focus on the sad aspects more, to focus on the things that upset you more, that makes you feel more emotional and sad or negative, right? You put value on those things more. We have the moon and the sun card here, so by the way, it means that things should be in moderation, there should be a balance of it, but somewhere when it comes to your emotions you lack balance, right? You tend to be on the negative side, or you tend to your mind, it tends to see the pain, it tends to see um, the heartbrokenness of the situation, right? So it's more about every time you might be so with someone, right? So sometimes what stories you tell yourself or of also to the other person is that that what all you had to go through, or it's like having a sob story, and it keeps on running in your mind, all the sadness you faced, all the heartbreaks you faced, all those things that made you feel this way, right? So this is something, there is this sense of heaviness within you, right? There's this sense of your inner child feeling, wishing to express so much, wishing to like loosen their burden, lighten their burden through someone listening to their story, someone draining it all out for once, all those things that made you feel miserable, or made you feel sad, or made you feel as if um, lonely as well. So your shadow side when it comes to it, pile one is that sometimes, not sometimes because it's a shadow, so you tend to focus on the things that you either missed out, or things that made you feel lonely or upset, or emotions, heavy emotions is what really you focus on more. That's what your shadow is, right? And sometimes you might not be also be aware of it, but what happens is that when you are talking with someone, with your close one or a loved one, most of the times you are telling them that um, just in a normal conversation, maybe a word comes out, maybe just a topic comes out, maybe about love, maybe about boyfriends, girlfriends, or teenage, whatever, and you start talking about how that thing hurt you, how painful it was, or maybe you tend to see less of positives and more of negatives in a story, right? There's a need for balance, and let's see, we will see whether you have integrated it yet or not, right? We will see your light aspects now. We have the Five of Cups, and then we have the rejection card. Um, your light aspect, interestingly, is the Five of Cups along with the rejection card. So, you are aware of the fact that, um, you have been rejected in a relationship, or you were not reciprocated the way you wish to, or you are well aware that there are some triggers. If it comes on the surface, you go down a rabbit hole, and your mind goes on a soul in a whirlpool that this all happened, and I have nothing more left, everything is drained down, and I'm not accepted. So this is something you are aware of. This is something, um it's heavy, but it's also at the same time something, you're aware of this fact that you bear this, what do I say, bear this notion in your head that you will always be rejected, or you would not be accepted by anyone, or you will face failures, right? Now the thing is that I already told you in your shadow side that you focus on the negatives, and in the light aspect this story has come up. So it's like, it seems like you are aware of it, but we are going to see from the cards how have you integrated your shadow and light aspects, right? So we have for you the Queen of Cups, the Page of Wands, and then we have the Justice. I think you have, okay, I'll take this one also. We are definitely. So pile one, you have integrated your light and shadow aspect, because even here and here were similarities, right? So you have definitely integrated it in the sense. And also one more thing, you have integrated through your creativity, through your creative instincts. If you are an artist, you have some kind of a hobby, you are a dancer, whatever it is, you are able to channel these emotions, you are able to take in these emotions, and vent it out, channel it through your skill, through your hobbies, through your creativity. With the Justice card here, definitely we have the yin and the yang energies here, the light and the dark. So you are well aware of it, you are an emotionally intelligent person already with the Queen of Cups, and the best way for you to channel your emotions, channel all these things, is through the Page of Wands energy, which is an energy of someone who has skills, who are focused on some kind of hobby, who is creative, artistic talents, right? So that you are able to integrate your light and dark aspects, right? Now I see, when I said that you focus more on the negatives, or the the emotional part, which could be heavy. Why? Is because sometimes for art you need to feel deeper, you need to feel more from the depths, right? You might have to lean on to the things that would become a story, right? And maybe that, from like it said, you learn more from failure than from success, right? So maybe the same similar signs are coming in here, and which is why you might hold on to those things more, because it might also help you with your creativity, right? For example, if somebody wishes to write a poem, they need to feel some depth, feel something, the the subtleness of the situation, or the subtleness of the experience, not just the surface of it, because a beautiful poetry needs something more deeper. And sometimes through heartbreaks, through love only, we are able to go down that layer, and that's how you play out. So the good thing is that you are very well aware of your shadow aspects. You're very well aware that yes, your mind replays those stories again and again. You know, maybe your craft needs it. Maybe your whatever you do, it it asks you to, channel those emotions from there, right? And that's why you are able to stay more in that place of emotional depth, or emotional heaviness more. Um, and at the same time, with the light aspect here, pile one, you also, are very well aware of why these stories are popping out. So sometimes what happens is that, we might start crying out of nowhere, and sometimes we do not even realize why we are crying, what happened, right? But you are aware of that thing. You know that, if you are having a breakdown, if you are having an outburst, if you something a very, a very minute thing somehow got you into full bursts of tears, what is the reason behind it? You are very well aware of it, pile one. And that is why you have integrated those things. You have integrated your shadow with your light aspects, right? I really wish to clarify this Five of Cups card just once, again and again. Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, it's good. I think you just need some healing, pile one, at this point of your life. Either you have recently faced some kind of a rejection, some kind of a heartbreak in your love life, and it's really giving the most heavy energy here. So you know it's time to feel those feelings. It's time to really, you know lean onto those things, hear them out, all those conflict and emotions that is making you feel this way, making you feel as if some knives has been thrown out into your heart, stabbed like God. Um, so for you, this reading is less of light and shadow aspects. It's more about healing, where you need healing. Few times, or at times in our lives, we need certain experiences that would evolve us, that would make us rip the false layers of self, right? uh, and it might not be very pleasing to the ear, it might not sound very pleasing, but I would not very like to say it, but it is what it is, right? Sometimes we have to go through these things to really come home to ourselves and not get lost in this um, world of illusion, right? So it's good to learn the lesson, heal from it, grow better, grow lighter, grow brighter, and move on, right? So the good thing is that every challenge for you, the mountain here, you see it that way. If every challenge for you is like, climbing on a mountain only to see a better view. So I'm not telling anything new here, and I love it that there's nothing new you are learning here. Just, you're getting all the messages that you already know. um, it's beautiful, but because I'm seeing so much energies of heartbreak, sadness, emotional heaviness for you, pile one, I hope and I pray that you get healed from whatever this is that you're going on. The Page of Wands is giving me a certain energy of, having an ego, in the sense that, not being a little bit rigid, being a little bit obnoxious, or, or acting a little bit spoiled, I would say. Or stubborn. Stubborn is the answer, right? So, but because we have the Queen of Cups also, it's not much of a worry, because like I said, you have an emotional depth, you have an emotionally intelligent person, you already are. So try to channel it through your creativity, in whatever form you wish for, you desire, right? And shake off this energy from your heart, shake off this energy from your mind, learn the lesson and move on, right? That's the best one can do, right? And not let thoughts consume you. They don't own you, you own them, right? So I hope this reading gave you some clarity. If this reading resonated with you, kindly like, share, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. And if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly DM me on Instagram, or you can also mail me on heal.tarot@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this pile, let's see for you. Have you integrated your shadow and light aspect? So, first, we will start with the shadow aspect. What is your shadow side? Let's see. Okay, and we will see, take one card for what is your light aspect. Okay, we will take it again. Okay, I'll take this. Um, and now we will see, have you integrated your shadow and light aspects? One more card. I just want one, not too many. Okay, just a second. Okay, I'll take this. I'll do the same from this deck now. Pile 2's light shadow aspect, pile 2's shadow aspect, sorry, light aspect, and have pile 2 integrated the shadow and light aspect. Not so many cards. Okay, we'll come to it. So let's see your shadow side first, pile 2. We have the 7 of Wands, and then we have the growth card. Oh God. So, pile 2, you get very triggered every time people ask you about your career. They ask you about your education, work, money related stuff. It really blows your self confidence. It's a hit on your self esteem, right? So, you have formed a bubble around you where you do not wish anyone to ever ask you or question you how you're doing about it. Why? Maybe you are not proud of it. Maybe you are not proud of how you're growing, what you're doing. Maybe you wish for something better for yourself, but you have created this bubble and you not wish anyone to poke it. It's a blow. It's literally a blow to your own self-esteem, to your own self-confidence. And the best way to, not let anyone trigger you is having this face of defiance, having this face of defensiveness, that leave me alone, don't talk to me about it, I don't care, I do not wish to tell you. um, right, that is what. And you might get triggered a lot by it, by the way. Everybody, every time somebody tries to ask you anything around it, how's your work going, how's your whatever you're doing in your career, in your money, in your life, right? Whatever work it is that you're doing for a living or for education, whatever it is, you do not wish to hear something about it. Maybe right now you are triggered, I don't know, you could be, right? So that is what your shadow is, that is what you have repressed. Why? Because even you are not happy with it. Even you feel something not right with it, or you have not accepted your situation. That is why you get triggered, right? Let's see what is the light aspect. We have the 3 of Cups here, and then we have this. Oh wow. So you are a sweetheart, by the way. I'll do when it comes to your friends, especially friends, your inner circle, right? You are the sweetest person. You are the one who would be the first person to ask them to plan a trip. You would be the one to plan a party. You would be the one to spend some time together. You would be one to have their back. You would be the one to, give them the needed support and even, protect them somehow. Like, there's this person in every group who wishes to take everybody along with them, right? So that nobody feels missing out, nobody feel that they're left alone, right? So you are that kind of a person. You have a very loving heart in that sense. You have a very, you're very empathetic in that manner. Giving people a sense of belonging, that they are heard, they are seen, they are supported, that they have a trustworthy circle around them. You are that kind of a person. It's a very sweet and nurturing energy. Even I'm feeling little healed. So, wow. Right. Have you integrated it? So let's see. We have the Four of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Wands. Okay. And then we have the Happiness card here. Sacral chakra energy, solar plexus energy, fire energy. You could be a fire sign, by the way. I don't think you have integrated the shadow and the light aspect, um, pile two. You have this sense of betrayal, or you have this sense of despair around you, right? And no matter what you try to do, no matter how many distractions you try to have in your life, no matter how many trips you go, what parties you attend, what in, for a flicker of that dopamine hit, for that, excitement in your life you try to do, there is this air of emptiness around you, or there's this air of, feeling lost or defeat, that surrounds you. And all these noise, outside noise, or celebrations, or little sparks of happiness, right, it does not seem like penetrating you in any form. You might try to change your mood by shopping something, gifting yourself something delightful, and, something you feel that, will make you happy, but it seems like nothing does, honestly. Why? Because of the Ten of Swords energy aligned with the Seven of Swords and the Growth card energy. What It's like you have made yourself a victim, you know you have told yourself that, I'm a victim here, when the truth is that it's not that you're a victim. Okay, something might have happened to you which made you feel so betrayed, right? Which made you feel that you have failed and you cannot get up again, though it's not true. The reason you are telling yourself this story of betrayal and, having a victim mentality is because you have not accepted something here. And the moment you accept this growth and the Seven of Wands energy pile two, you will become this energy, to be very honest. But you're not right now. You're not this energy of happiness. You might put on a show for a few hours, but it does not seem to penetrate you within you. So I'll take this card. I don't know what is going on in your career, in your work, in your finances, honestly, pile two. But no matter what the situation is, you cannot ask the world to shut up. You cannot, you know, go on preaching or protesting that do not talk to me like this, or, do not ask me these questions, or I do not like to indulge in this conversation. You can't. Till what time? This is not the outside voice you are requesting to shut up. It's the inner voice. Do you see this? This is the sacral chakra, about solar plexus, which is about self confidence, self esteem, right? So you need to work on it. You need to work on healing this. You need to work on building your self confidence again. um, and the only reason you're asking the world to shut up regarding your work, career, and stuff like that, or what you're doing with your life, is because you yourself are not very sure about it. You yourself are not very happy about it. And and because that's a voice that keeps going running within you, like telling you that you're not good enough, you're doing nothing. But when you hear the exact same voice from the outside, it triggers you. It triggers you like anything, that you wish to block all those voices and not talk about it and run away. Maybe I don't know how you deal with it, right? But and you give yourself certain kind of reasoning which has become outdated, by the way. The reasoning that you give yourself while to has become, you know has expired, actually, to be very honest. It does not. Okay, it's like, okay, something happened, you felt this 10 of what thoughts energy, great. But now what? Now what you are doing to work on it? Or let let go of the work on it thing. Why are you not accepting it, that okay, so what if it does not work out the way I wanted? So what if I'm a little late than other people are? I'm on my pace, it's my pace, it's my life, it's my way. The acceptance needs to come from within, not from the world out there. So it's for you to see, pile to really, if this reading is making sense. Especially if it's triggering you, it's making sense if you wish to accept it or not, by the way. So this is a shadow side. It's not. I think working on your work, career, whatever is the second step. The first step is to at least accept it, that yes, maybe the way I wish to grow is not happening in the way I wanted. But it does not define me. It's not give me as a human being the value to be treated badly or good. So it does not mean that if you are doing something very amazing in your career, you should be treated in a more special way. And because now that you are doing not so very good, so you should be treated badly. You have to tell this yourself, not to the world, because you are treating yourself this way, not the world. The world is only giving you what you give yourself. So it's for you to see. And all this sweetness and love that you give to the other people around you, to keep them in your circle, try to give it to you here. So this is what the shadow work that is needed from your side, pile 2. If you like this reading, kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly DM me on Instagram, or you can also mail me on healwritetarot@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this reading, let's see for you have you integrated your shadow and light aspects. So first, we are going to see what is your shadow side. Let's see. What is pile 3's shadow side? Okay, I'll take this. Let's see what is your light aspect. Okay. Now let's see, have you integrated your shadow and light aspect? Okay. I just want two more. Okay. Let's see from this deck now. What is pile 3's shadow aspect? What is pile 3's light aspect? Have pile 3 integrated their shadow and light aspect? Great. So now let's see for your shadow. What's your shadow side? We have for you the Hangman card, and then we have the rejection card. So pile 3, what happens for you, your shadow side is that, when things do not work out in your favor, or if you have received more than one rejection in your life from anything or anybody, right? You give up. You have this tendency to give up and not try again and go on this whirlpool, right? Maybe you start going for more tarot readings, astrological birth charts, fault in your stars, or whatever it is, right? Your energy goes down very low. You become in this, you go in this limbo energy, and you you have the sense of feeling lost, right? So that's what shadow is. Every time you hear a no, your world freezes. That now I don't know what to do. I don't know what action to take. And it's an energy of feeling very lost, feeling as if nothing matters, why I'm here, what I'm doing, and all those things. Let's see what is your light aspect. We have the 5 of swords, and then we have the sweetness card again. Okay, I like to clarify this card once. We have the judgment card here. Bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so pile 3, you are, first you're very loud when it comes to appreciating someone, right? Now it's not very sure that when you are appreciating someone, when you are really, praising someone, is it coming from sweetness of the heart or the bitterness of the heart, right? That's for you to tell me, right? Exactly. So, what happens for you is that whenever you see someone doing better than you, especially in the same aspect that you wish to do better, um, you judge them because they're acting as a mirror, right? So what do you wish for? They are doing that. If you wish to travel, they are doing that. If you wish to study, they are doing that. If you wish to earn a certain amount of money, they are doing that. So every that kind of a person, even though they are like your best friends, maybe they are your, I don't know, spouse, you are in a relationship with them, your siblings, whoever, even your closest ones, right? Closest ones, um, there is a sense of envy, right? And you are well aware of that. You're not aware of this fact that you go on a limbo after every rejection and you feel lost, but you are aware of this thing that when anybody tells you about their accomplishments, and they are not coming um, from an intention of demeaning you or making you feel otherwise. Your mind takes it otherwise. Your mind takes it, why are they being so loud, why are they being this way, that way, like, okay, what's the big deal, why are they getting mad over it, like, as what they have accomplished so much that they are being so loud about it, right? So that's a light aspect, by the way, so it means you are aware of it, right? Let's see, have you integrated this thing or not. We have the Two of Cups, we have the Star card, and then we have the World card here, and then oh, I love it. I love it for you. Okay, in your light aspect also, if especially when it comes to your love and relationships, pile 3, if you see someone or the person you once dated, now you see them being married or seeing with someone else, then also you feel a bitter, little bit bitter, and you judge them, but maybe because you once wished to reconcile with them. So that thing is also there and you're well aware of it. So with the magic, the star card, the center of the reading, I love it for you. Of course you know it. Of course you know your shadow. Of course you know your light aspects. And that is why we have done the healing work right here, pile 3, haven't we? That is why we have prayed, we have surrendered, we have had lots of faith, so that our world can turn around, so that we can complete this cycle of whatever this is, so that we can bring some change and be free from this karmic cycle or whatever this is, right? We have prayed, we have meditated, we have done all our healing work, so that we have this hope, we have this faith that when our time is right, we will also get all those things, be it in love, be it in any other aspect of our life, right? This immense faith of yours, pile 3, has like really healed you, right? And you know that you have a connection to the divine, to the higher power already, you know that. And somewhere you have prioritized your connection to the higher power more than you used to prioritize the connection to a human being, right? So that has changed for you completely, that has really shifted, right? So you know that every time you pray, every time you connect with the divine, the higher power, why are you doing so? You know that you feel lost, and that is why you need some guidance, you need a guiding light right here. And you know that, you're well aware of it. You know that this is a cycle you wish to move out from, you wish to complete, and you wish to let go and release yourself from it, whatever it is. You know that, and you pray for the things you wish for in your life. So there is no rocket science here, to be very honest. You are mystical already, you are intuitive, maybe you yourself are a tarot reader, psychic, empathetic, obviously, but someone who are aware of these patterns, right? Who are very well aware of these things, of the subtleness of life, or how our mind works, right? So you are well aware of it, pile 3, and you don't have to worry about this thing because you have well integrated it. And yeah, I mean, what else can I say? You do have, you like, I like it, I like this reading, by the way. You have integrated your shadow and light aspect, pile 3. Kudos to you for all the healing you did, kudos for all the faith you have, with time, strengthen with something higher, right? And keep having faith, I would say. It's a very healing energy, even I feel so relaxed right now. So yeah, kudos to you. So this was your reading. If you like this reading, kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you wish to book a personal reading with me, kindly DM me on Instagram, or you can also mail me on healwritetarot@gmail.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.